After the hypnosis of November 5th, I had a lot of remaining questions and curiosities about this Melchizedek. But something occurred very interestingly. We have a group of actually Palladian contact group, and one of the men in this group does hypnosis, and he was doing a hypnosis on a patient, and more or less out of the blue, independent of our group, came a being who said that he was Melchizedek and that he had been in on many of the important events in human history, and that he was going to come to our meeting of our contact group on the next Sunday. On that Sunday, we did some hypnosis, and I hypnotized one man here, and I had the opportunity in this hypnosis to ask about Melchizedek. And this is in Spanish, so I'm going to be translating. And it's very interesting. It kind of backs up what we'd seen and adds some more information to it. So this is from the hypnosis of November 22nd, 2014. I will be translating from Spanish.
Una cosa que vemos en el mundo que está lleno de tantos, decimos lleno, no sabemos que no está lleno. El mundo tiene muchos problemas.
One thing that we see in the world full of, or we say full of, we are meaning that the world has lots of problems.
Pero que son por las fuerzas oscuras y la gente que viven de esas cosas y como.
That they're from the dark forces and the people who live from such things.
Esas cosas. ¿Qué nos puede decir de la manera de liberarnos de esas influencias?
What can you tell us about the way of liberating ourselves from those influences?
El mal existe.
Evil exists.
Pero depende de nosotros seguirlo o no.
But it depends on us whether we follow it or not.
Debemos buscar
We should look for
personas que nos ayuden a estar bien.
help us to help people who help us to do good.
Realizar acciones para ayudar a los demás.
And realize actions to help other people.
Evitar pensar en uno mismo.
Avoid thinking of just ourselves.
Sí, evitar el egoísmo.
Pensar en otro
Avoid egoism, being egotistical.
más. Buscarse a uno mismo.
Look for yourself,
La luz que hay dentro.
the light that is within you.
Busca la felicidad y la paz.
Look for happiness and peace.
¿Qué actitud debemos de tener hacia la maldad?
What attitude should we have towards evil?
¿Transformarla en bien?
Transform it into goodness?
No hay que temerle.
No hay que tener.
No hay que temerlo. We should not fear it.
Hay que tener cuidado.
We have to be careful, or you have to be careful.
¿Por qué?
Why?
Porque algunas fuerzas son muy poderosas.
Because some forces are very powerful.
Hay una fuerza que se llama Melchizedek, que
There's a force that is called Melchizedek,
dijo que iba a estar aquí.
who said he would be here today.
¿Nos puede contar algo de Melchizedek?
Can you tell me something about Melchizedek?
No me deja ver.
He doesn't let me see.
Está tapado,
Is he covered up?
está bloqueado.
Is he blocked?
Sí.
Yes.
Está oscuro.
He's dark.
No se deja ver.
He doesn't let himself be seen. but he is here.
Pero cuando existe la oscuridad, ¿qué es la mejor? ¿Convertirlo en luz?
But when darkness exists, what's the best? To convert it to light?
O desbaratarlo, digamos.
Or break it up, let's say.
Quitarle energía o transformarlo.
Take energy away or transform it?
Usted nos aconseja.
What do you advise us?
Es fuerte.
He's strong.
Pero pueden hacerlo.
But you can do it.
Pueden hacer la luz.
You can make the light.
Si se ponen juntos,
If you gather together,
pueden convertirlo a luz.
you can convert him into light.
Convertirlo a luz.
Sí.
Convert him to light. Yes.
Y esta fuerza de Melchizedek
And this
es
power
parte de lo que está extraviando el mundo.
of Melchizedek is this part of what is misleading the world.
Simplemente está.
The world.
Forma parte de un todo.
He forms part of a whole.
A mí me han dicho que nosotros creamos la maldad.
I've been told that we created badness.
Si es cierto eso, ¿cómo fue que creamos la maldad?
If that's true, how did we create evil?
La maldad existe.
Evil exists,
No porque la creamos,
not because we created it,
sino porque es la contraparte de la luz.
but because it's the counterpart of the light.
Hay luz, hay oscuridad.
There's light and there's darkness.
Hay blanco, hay negro.
There's white, there's black.
Son opuestos.
There are opposites.
Siempre va a existir.
It's always going to
Pero
exist,
puede predominar una
but only one can
de las dos
predominate.
fuerzas. En nosotros depende,
It depends on us.
en nosotros está
It's
hacia
in
cuál
us,
inclinarnos.
toward which we are inclined.
Si decidimos ser buenos,
If we decide to be good,
hay fuerzas que nos van a ayudar.
there are forces that are going to help us.
Si decidimos ser malos,
If we decide to be bad,
hay fuerzas que nos van a influenciar.
there are forces that are going to influence us.
No quiere decir si se escogió un camino no se puede cambiar.
That doesn't mean that if you chose one path, you can't change.
Pero la oscuridad existe, al
But-
igual que la luz.
The darkness exists just like the light.
Depende de nosotros qué camino tomar.
It depends on us which
Pero
way we choose.
estamos trabajando para eliminar
But we're
o
working
neutralizar la oscuridad de la
eliminate
tierra
or neutralize the darkness
para
on the
que
earth
la luz venza.
so that light wins out.
Sí,
Yes.
que no termina.
It's a work that is never
¿Nunca
finished.
termina?
No.
It never finished, no.
A como ustedes hacen cosas por el bien, hay otros que hacen cosas por el mal.
Just like you do good things, others do bad things.
Es una competencia,
It's a competition.
es una batalla.
It's a battle.
Deben seguir adelante
You should keep on going forward.
y luchar por lo que piensan, luchar por lo que sienten,
Fight for what you think, fight for what you
luchar
feel.
por el bien,
Do good,
por la paz.
work for peace,
Luchar contra la oscuridad.
fight against the darkness.
Entonces, ¿qué nos aconseja de este
So what do you advise us
Melchizedek?
about this Melchizedek?
¿Es un peligro para el grupo
Is he a danger for
o
the
es
group?
bueno para el grupo?
Is he good for us?
¿O simplemente es una prueba?
Or is he just a test?
¿Cómo sería?
What would it be?
Si está con ustedes,
If he's with you,
es porque ustedes
is because you accept him.
Pero si no se deja ver,
But if he
no
doesn't let
entendemos
himself be seen,
cómo es.
how's that?
Alguien lo ha aceptado
Someone has accepted him,
y solo esa persona lo puede ver.
and only that person can see him.
Esa persona sabe quién es.
That person knows who he is.
Y esa persona está aquí hoy.
No.
Is that person here today? And he says no. I might add that I found out who that person was. He never did come to the meetings, and we eventually got him off of our contact list.
No está aquí.
No.
He's not here. No.
Entonces nosotros no vamos a poder ver a Melchizedek,
So we're not going to be able to see Melchizedek.
o depende de nosotros.
Or does it depend on us?
Él forma parte del grupo.
He forms part of the group.
Pero es parte positiva
But is he a positive part or negative?
o simplemente necesario.
Or just necessary?
Es confuso.
It's confusing.
Se siente hipócrita.
He feels like a hypocrite.
Es una persona física que conocemos.
Is it a physical person
Es
who we
una
know?
fuerza.
He's a force,
Y él se siente hipócrita.
and he feels like a hypocrite.
Sí.
Yes.
¿Es posible comunicarnos con él?
Is it possible to communicate with him,
¿Por qué se siente así?
to ask him why he feels that way?
No.
No.
Él se siente hipócrita.
He feels like a
¿Le
hypocrite.
podemos ayudar a él?
Can we
¿Podemos
help him?
mandarle luz a él?
Can we send him light?
No acepta.
He doesn't accept it. No.
Ese mismo Melchizedek es uno que está controlando los gobiernos del mundo.
Is that the same Melchizedek that's controlling the governments of the world?
¿Qué es la posición de él?
What is his position?
Tiene influencia sobre muchas personas.
He has influence over lots of people.
¿Tiene influencia, por ejemplo, sobre Barack Obama?
Does he have influence, for example, over Barack Obama?
Sí.
Yes.
Sobre grandes líderes.
Over the great leaders.
Y hemos visto que muchos de los grandes líderes no están haciendo bien.
And we've seen that lots of the big
Por eso es
leaders
hipócrita.
aren't doing good. For that, he's a hypocrite.
No buscan el bien
They don't look for goodness,
de las personas,
the goodness in people,
sino el bien propio.
but their own advantage.
Y disfrazan muchas cosas.
They hide or mask lots of things.
No deberían dejar que él esté aquí.
We shouldn't allow him, you shouldn't allow him to be here.
Nosotros antes hemos podido, por decirlo así, apartar a personas así.
Before we've been able to
Es bueno que
that
como,
way,
como grupo lo hacemos hoy.
to set aside people like that. Is it good as a group that we do that today?
Podemos hacerlo ahora o mejor con el grupo.
Can we do it now or better with the group?
Necesitan fuerza de todos.
You need the energy or the power of everybody.
Vamos a pedir. Sí. Es un mensaje importante
It's an important message.
porque el futuro de muchas personas dependen de estos pocos líderes
The future of lots of people
que este
depend
Melchizedek puede controlar
on these few leaders that Melchizedek can control,
y lo hace hipócritamente.
and he's doing it hypocritically.
Es muy importante eso, entonces.
It's very important that.
¿De dónde viene este Melchizedek?
Where did this
¿Es el
Melchizedek
mismo que hablan
come
en
from?
la Biblia?
Is the same one the Bible talks about?
Es viejo, sí.
He is old, yes.
Desde los tiempos antiguos él ha influido,
From old
tenido
times,
influencia en los líderes
Has he
del
had
mundo.
influence in world leaders? Yes.
Y lo han alimentado
And they have fed him.
¿Cómo lo alimentan?
How do they feed him?
con odio y traición.
With
¿Con qué?
Odio y traición.
hate,
Odio
with
y
hate
traición.
and
Eso es lo que
treachery.
alimenta al Melchizedek.
That's how they feed Melchizedek, yes.
Egoísmo.
Egotism.
Si nosotros como grupo mandamos luz
If we as a group send him light
para transformar a
to
Melchizedek,
transform Melchizedek,
¿qué efecto podría tener en él? ¿Se puede
what
transformar
effect could it have in him?
o se
Can
pondría
he
más
be
rebelde
transformed?
y más hipócrita?
Es muy fuerte.
He's very strong.
Necesita más ayuda.
You need more help.
Además del grupo,
Besides the group,
Sí.
yes.
¿quién más nos puede ayudar?
Who else could help us?
¿Los hermanos mayores nos pueden ayudar?
The elder
Los
brothers,
seres de luz.
Los seres de luz.
Los
the
hermanos
beings of light.
mayores.
The elder brothers.
Entonces podemos pedir que ellos nos ayuden ahora,
So
más
we can-
tarde cuando
we
hacemos
can
esto.
Ask that they help us later when we do this. Yes.
¿Quién más nos puede ayudar?
Who else can help us?
¿Los maestros ascendidos?
The ascended
¿Pueden
masters?
ayudar?
Todas fuerzas positivas que conozcan.
All the
Ajá.
positive
Puedan
forces
contactar.
that you know, that you can contact.
Les deben ayudar.
They all want to help.
Entonces pedimos su ayuda cuando eso.
So let's ask for their help at that time.
Toda fuerza positiva que puedan recolectar
All the positive forces
va a
that you
ser de
can
gran ayuda.
gather together will come to help you.
¿Y cómo hacemos esto? ¿Cómo lo hacemos como hemos hecho?
How will you do this? So do it like we have
Con
done
relajamiento
as a group with relaxations,
y que alguno nos guía en este
and somebody
trabajo.
guide us in this work.
¿Podría venir algún hermano de los mayores canalizado para
Could
guiar el
some
proceso?
of the elder brothers come channeled to help
Entonces
with the
podemos
process?
pedir que un hermano mayor venga a ayudarnos.
So we can ask that one of them comes. Okay.
Ellos están de nuestro lado
They are on our side,
y nos van a ayudar.
and they're going to help us.
Saben que nuestras intenciones son buenas.
They know that our intentions are good.
Nosotros tenemos una grabación donde
We have a recording where
un muchacho hipnotizado menciona,
a
donde
boy,
preguntamos
a young
de
man
Barack Obama,
hypnotized, I ask about
y él
Barack
menciona que
Obama,
está controlado por
and he mentions that
Melchizedek.
he's controlled by his Melchizedek.
¿Sería apropiado escuchar esa grabación antes de hacer esto o no?
Would it be appropriate to hear that recording before doing this,
Para que los del grupo entiendan
so
lo que
those
está
in the group
ocurriendo.
understand?
Sí.
Es bueno.
Yes, it's good.
También ese muchacho
Also, that man
o el ser que habló por él
or
nos
the
dijo que también
being
estaban
who
controlando a Vladimir Putin y
spoke to him
tantos
said
otros
he's
del mundo.
also controlling Vladimir Putin and other leaders of the world.
Es cierto.
It's true.
Sin embargo, pusimos un escudo de
But
protección, quitamos los
we put a protective shield.
seres oscuros
We took out
de Barack
the dark
Obama y Vladimir
beings
Putin y pusimos
from
un escudo
Obama and
para
Putin
protegerlos. Ese escudo
and
todavía está.
put a shield to protect them.
No,
Is that
¿Qué
shield
pasó?
still there? No,
no lo mantuvimos.
we didn't maintain it.
¿O qué pasó?
Or what
Él
happened?
es muy fuerte.
He is very strong.
Melchizedek
Melchizedek. Yes,
penetraron el escudo.
Es muy insistente.
they broke through the shield. He's very insistent.
Sí.
as a
los
group
hermanos mayores y todos
and with
los
the help
poderes
of
de
the older
luz
brothers
debemos de intentar.
and all the powers, we should try it.
Deben hacerlo.
You should do it.
Debemos de hacerlo.
Sí.
Sí.
We should do it, yes.
Entonces vamos a hacerlo. Vamos
So
a
we're
hacerlo
going to do
hoy
it.
con la ayuda de
We're going to do it today
todos los seres de luz del universo
with the help
que
of all
nos
the
ayudan
light beings of the universe.
y que estén preparando ellos y ustedes para
Be
ayudarnos
getting ready, and you to help us
en este trabajo importante que tenemos.
in this important work that we have. So I had told the group to set aside an hour or something to hear that video, which we did. It was very late at night, but actually all of them were speechless. Nobody had any comment. I'm not sure why. Maybe they just didn't know what to say. And then we did have a channeling of one of the, what we call the hermanos mayores, the elder brothers from the Pleiades, who speak through the group. And we had a fairly simple, if you want to say, ceremony to make Melchizedek go away, which he did. There was no fear involved, just taking our power to push him away, and he left. That's the story of Melchizedek up to that time. His story after that is another story. So it's time to demand that our leaders stop following Melchizedek, that we all take away his power, and that we create a new world where darkness does not win out as it has been.